Here's a scenario. I've landed my first job as a reliability engineer. How do I measure my own success? How do you measure your success as a reliability engineer?
It really depends why you were hired. So I started with the company I worked at before Teck. I was the first reliability engineer that company ever had. The idea of success was quite a bit different than a company that has a somewhat more mature reliability department. So if you're the first one in there, well, first of all, you need to improve the assets in some capacity, whether it's through traditional reliability analysis or just getting different people on the same page. Like that was a lot of it for me was okay, we've got 4 different people talking. Let's make sure we're all doing the same thing, make sure all our arrows are pointed the same way so that we can come together and do what's best for the assets. If you're coming into a more mature situation, then there's going to be a lot more structure around what you do. And success is going to look a lot about project completions and calculating the value that those projects are bringing to your business.
The one piece that you mentioned that really stuck out to me was being the bridge between operations and maintenance, because we've heard that so often that those two departments clash all the time. We want to take equipment down so that we can, run our annual checks on them, and operations saying, go, go, go. We have no time to put things on stop. It's basically to prove value that both sides are important, operations and also maintenance. And if we can find that, harmonious middle ground, then the company as a whole is going to move forward, almost 10 times better, leaps and bounds better than it was.
Absolutely. Operations wants to get the most out of the assets as possible. And you need to help them understand that to get the most, you need to give a little. Maintenance wants to do the absolute, they want to fix it to new every time they see it. We need to get them to understand that, okay, you don't need to go that far. Sometimes there is good enough, and what's going to be good enough, and what does your next set of maintenance look like to help get the most out of the asset? Like at the end of the day, I work with haul trucks. I want that truck to move as much dirt as possible throughout its life. Mm-hmm. And how that happens, we can handle some issues here and there that maybe make the asset a little less functional in some capacity. But if it's not affecting its ability to move that dirt or safety, environment, those things as well, of course, if it's not affecting that, then maybe it's something we can push off, or maybe there's no value in doing it at all. And so that's where the reliability engineer has to understand that total asset life cycle, the operating context, and work with operations and maintenance to, in my case, move as much dirt as possible.
So let me try paraphrasing here, and let me know if I got this right. So reliability engineers' success essentially looks like being the bridge, the glue between maintenance and operations to maximize productivity and output for assets.
That sounds about right.